We are back. Welcome back to another episode of the onjpodcast. I'm your coach,
I'm your
Jeremiah.
co-host Orlando.
Hope everyone's having a good day, a good night. Like, comment, subscribe. Support the pod in as many free ways as possible. Follow us on all our social medias below. What we got first, though?
Well, first, one of the dominoes that we've been talking about finally fell. Um, finally fell into place. We're talking about none other than Payton Watson, who got traded, signed a new contract with a new team. I have the full trade details right here. Now, this is full trade details. I think half of the trade was announced first, and then it expanded to add more teams. But I think this is the full complete one. We have Cleveland receives Payton Watson and Cam Whitmore. The Clippers receive Max Strus. The Nuggets receive a first-round pick, second-round pick, and Julian Reese. And then the Wizards receive Trey Mann and a second-round pick. Your thoughts?
It's a lot. We could start with the biggest piece of the puzzle, right? Peyton Watson. He got his money, right? I saw that. I guess the Nuggets had only offered him about what $6 million. I guess was his qualifying offer, 6.5 for his qualifying. Which is, 6.5 versus 22 million a year. Of course, the Nugget situation with Aaron Gordon and Murray and Jokic, but then one of the most talked about contracts on that team, Christian Braun, the 5-year, 125. Where does Peyton Watson fit into all that, right? So, I think this is a good move for him, of course, right? Get your money, It's interesting though, and I don't know how to explain it, but because it's such a big pay jump, like you wonder, is this like a potential signing? Do you think, or is this more so like? Because I'm trying to think of like I don't know. Because when I think of like 22 mil a year, like I think of like I'm not saying that Peyton Watson definitely has the talent to be a great NBA player, like a Jalen McDaniels type of role. But I'm trying to see like has he shown that consistently is what I'm trying to get at. Or like is this and that's what I'm trying to ask as well. Like is this a potential signing in terms of like we think like we're giving you this money even though like you've kind of had a limited role with the Nuggets, but we trust that you're going to grow into like kind of being deserving of this money or even more, in the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's based on that potential because obviously his role was limited on Nuggets. He wasn't getting that much time and
Right.
not that many touches. But I feel like in the instances where he got the time and he got the touches, he was playing really well. So I think it's based off that potential. And honestly, the Cavs needed a forward who could bring some athleticism, some youth to there. So maybe that was their answer or the best answer that they could probably find to help this team. So probably that's another one. Because remember, the Cavs were a second apron team when the season ended. I think it was second or first. So there was not many ways they could improve this roster. So then coming away with Peyton Watson, I think it's a pretty significant improvement given that they had no room for improvement available when the season ended.
And that's also what I'm trying to get at too. One of the questions I want to ask too, like, well, and now that I'm looking at his numbers, like, he did have some pretty credible numbers too. 14, 14 points for him. I guess maybe he didn't play that much last year. Well, 50 games, but he missed about 46 games or so. So maybe that's why maybe I'm not like kind of thinking of like like whoa, like 20 mil a year, like that's a lot. But like you said though, he was producing when he was out there on the court. Now we saw the Cavs lose in the Eastern Conference Finals to the New York Knicks, right? I mean, guard, oh, guard play. What you got? Some
Statistically, they won, but go ahead, continue.
statistically, statistically, they won the series, but realistically, they lost the series. So, in saying that, like, the New York Knicks, they were the NBA champs, so that was probably the best team to play all year. That's probably the best team they were going to play all year, right? I mean, they ended up winning the championship, right? But does Peyton Watson put them over the hump? Like, if basically if they had Peyton Watson in that series, are they going to the finals against the Spurs? Like,
Now, here's the thing:
or is it that simple?
when
Like, I
they
don't know.
when you think of them getting Peyton Watson, I think you're gonna have to realize that Peyton Watson, I think, is gonna not do so much on the number side, but I think they're primarily gonna use him on the defensive end. Um, because
For
somebody has
sure.
to stop
Ooh,
Brunson,
ooh, that's
so
tough
he
though.
has to be that defender for them at this point.
Him, Mosley, and Allen. That's
But you got Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, whose defense isn't the best. So you got to cover those two.
but
So
and, and I wonder if that's why he's there too. That could, and you that's another good point. Like that could be why, like to kind of hide, or maybe not even hide, because I mean I don't think Donovan Mitchell's a terrible defender,
James
but
Harden,
hey, like like we need your 30 a night. Like Mitchell and Harden, like we need y'all to be as fresh as possible, like on the offensive end. So if there's like a way to have, like if there's a way to you sign a Peyton Watson, a great wing defender, and a 3-and-D capable type of guy. I mean, even I just looked at it, like his 3-point percentage has improved so much. So like if he could provide just shooting and defense, like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, 3-and-D. Like if he could just be a 3-and-D guy, I mean, he takes his team. He could take this team to a whole nother level, defensively, and then kind of take the tough matchup off of Harden and Mitchell, whoever it is. I think that could be something. You know what something I just thought
hmm
of too? And I don't know how to ask, but maybe you could kind of see where I'm getting at. Like it's interesting too, like just thinking about their backcourt, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. Cause it's like it's interesting because like James Harden was like a two, right? He was pretty much a two guard, right? Like when he was with Houston and kind of when he started in OKC and things like that, right? But then he's kind of like a full time point now, essentially. Like it's kind of what's the word? Like he evolved his game essentially to kind of be a full time point. But then it's like Donovan Mitchell's kind of in like a point guard, like he's a shooting guard, but kind of in a I don't want to say, is it fair to say a point guard's body? But like when you think of a shooting guard, like you don't really think like he's not really. Now he gets the job done. Don't get me wrong, like the man gets the job done. But it's like when you think of like size wise, he could be on the shorter end, like of being a
yeah,
two guard. But it's like interesting how they're like both in different positions. Like what I mean, like Mitchell's for sure not a point guard. You know what I mean? Because I mean, of course, you see his skill set. Like he's born to score the ball. I mean, like he's born to score the ball. So it's like that's what he does. But then like James Harden, like kind of used to be a two guard, and then now he's like kind of evolved his game into a point guard. So I just thought that was interesting. Like you got like Mitchell in a point guard body, but he has a shooting guard game. But then like Harden like was a two guard. Well, I mean, I guess you could say he still is, but kind of evolved into like a point guard type of like role. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
yeah, yeah. You bring up a good point. I think that was a lot of the reasons why people were iffy on them getting together because of that. Um, I
Yeah,
mean, I guess you could say that they're both shooting guards, uh, in a sense, because that's what Harden came. Um, but hey, I mean, they made it work somehow. Go with the regular season, so good for.
not for sure. But I mean, other parts of the trade though. So we've got who else was involved? You said
Cam
Cam
Whitmore,
Whitmore.
which I think he's getting waived.
Wonder like he's talented too. It's just I don't. I mean, it's just I guess it's just that deep of a lead, huh?
I from
I
what I
mean,
read, and I guess we could touch on this since we're already on the Cavs. We could already touch on this one. James Harden agreed to a 3-year, $97 million deal to return to the Cavs. So
mm,
from what I was reading, they said they had to cut. They're gonna have. I don't know if they've cut him yet, but people were saying there's a they might have to cut Cam Whitmore in order for them to have the space to fit James Harden 32 mil in the cap, because I think they have 27 or 28 right now. So then by cutting Cam Whitmore, it fits the full, what is it, like 32 that Harden's getting. So I
mm-hmm.
think that's why he's
Yeah.
getting cut.
It was that 3 for
Yeah.
97. Yeah, because Harden's due 29.9 mil this year, so 30. He's basically due 30 mil this year, and then dang, so they're gonna cut Cam Whitmore. That's tough.
That's what I've been seeing.
Um,
And it's not official, but that's what I've
yeah,
been seeing.
yeah, and then so they lose Struce. We in the last episode we talked about Schroeder, so Schroeder's gone. Um,
We
I'm
talked
wondering. I don't
we
know.
talked
Like
all last episode about Trey Man on the Cavs, and then he's gone. It's like that.
he's gone, so it's like I wonder though. Peyton Watson. I mean, I guess all eyes are going to be on him essentially because like the Cavs lost a lot. You lost some guard depth and Schroeder. Max Strus, he played pretty well in the playoffs. I thought he played pretty well. Dean Wade, I think is like a big loss just from just his ability to stretch the floor, and then he just knows how to play basketball well. You know, like and like who did you really replace those guys with? You know, like because like you said, I'm thinking like I mean I think the Payton Watson thing, not that he does have the potential for sure, but then again it's like, and it's interesting too because it's one ball, right? Like we always say, it's one ball. Um, you've got two potential 30-point scorers in Mitchell and Harden, Evan Mobley, who's constantly rising and it's kind of established himself as kind of that third wheel. Jared Allen could go for a double double every night. And not to say that Watson is a guy that needs to get points, but I don't know. With Denver though, he was developing. You know what I mean? Like he was kind of developing his game. His increase his scoring every season, increase his 3 point percentage. Like I said earlier, every season. So it's like you also got to pose the question: will that same elevation keep happening? You know, with him playing so much talent. I mean, there was talent in Denver too, but I don't know. This just seems different. Maybe just maybe because this is like I don't know, like offensive talent. I guess like he has some elite offensive talent with him.
So in my eye, let's start with what you were mentioning, the people they lost, right? They lost Dennis Schroeder, but last episode we talked about them having a deep guard rotation. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a loss. They lost Dean Wade, and I think Dean Wade will probably get replaced by Mario Hezonja, who they just signed. And then Max Juve gets replaced with Payton Watson. Now,
Right.
I think Payton Watson, like you had mentioned, will be strictly a 3 and D person, and he could develop real well to be a 3 and D person when you have a Harden and a Donovan Mitchell around you. So I think it's gonna be his primary thing that he's gonna. All you have to do is defend and shoot threes, and you're making those. Well, what's he making? 22. Those 22 mils are right there. So
No, that's real. Yeah, I don't know how Cleveland's doing it. I mean, with Allen, Mobley, Harden. I mean, what Mitchell's like 50 this year. You know,
yeah,
Allen's 28, Mobley's 50. Like, I mean, then
hopefully
like then Harden's 30. They've got to be in the luxury
they're
tax,
they're
right?
they're in the second apron. During the
Wow.
second apron.
Gee. So it's
They
like
can't
one
they
ago,
can't do anything
huh?
else. That's why they have to cut Cam Whitmore in order to sign Harden because they're in the second apron.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
they're yeah.
Yeah. Win,
So
winner go home. Winner
it's a
go
lot
home,
of money.
Cleveland. Um. So outside of Cleveland, you did bring up Trey Mann. Tough. You know. You know. Florida man. Great hooper. I mean, you want to say, hey, you used to say, hey, you're going to Washington. You're going to be able to get your stuff off. I don't know. Washington's looking. I mean, they're on the up and up now. I mean, you got Trey Young back. Anthony Davis is back. You got the number one pick in AJ DeBansa. I
Who's their
mean,
one?
Alex
Who's their
Sarge.
one? Who's the one at Washington? The backup one. It could be Trey Man. Then again, I feel like I'm gonna say this, and then there's gonna be a Washington fan watching, yelling at me because I forgot one of the players. Um,
Or he gets
he
traded
gets
again.
traded again.
I hope he doesn't get traded. I don't even want to put that out there. But um, yeah, I don't know who's the backup one. You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Not Sharif Hooper, no. Um, oh, but I don't know if he's a point. Maybe you could Carrington, but I don't know if he's a point though. Bub Carrington from Pittsburgh. I don't know if
Did he
he's.
play the point last year?
That's the thing. I mean, he can play. I think he came in as a point, but I don't really know if he has like an established
That's
position
true.
yet. Like I think, I think because like he has some good positional size to kind of play the two, so I think they're like able to kind of be flexible with him. You know what I mean? But I want to say he might be the backup point. Yeah, because I'm trying to think who else they got on their team.
I don't remember a lot of the people on there.
Because the two I think is Trey Johnson. Their starting five is, I mean, on paper it looks great. Like it looks promising. Now, how they all play together, I mean, that's a whole nother story. I mean, that's Trey Man's job. I mean, not Trey
Mm.
Man's, Trey Young's job. You know what I mean?
Discipline.
And
That
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 coaching
Wizards
staff.
team is gonna be about establishing discipline on that team because last season it was just like somebody grabs the ball, just try to do whatever the heck you want to do on that floor, see if you could score a ball. There was no cohesiveness together to that team. They were just focused on losing games, honestly.
And I think AD. Oh,
No, I'm
what
just
happened?
saying that they need that cohesency this year too. No. Cool.
And I think AD would be the person to lead that too. I think he would be the perfect person to lead that. Now, you know, um, we know his history, so we ain't got to go there. But
Yeah, I won't say what I was gonna
I
say.
saw I reposted it on the ONJ story, you know, and I quote, my plan is to play 82 games this year.
I like it. I
Let's
like
not
it.
get too
Shoot
excited.
for the moon, you eventually land in the stars, or whatever the quote is. Shoot for 82, maybe he'll play 40. You know? It's a good goal.
Listen, maybe he'll play 40. Dang. 40? Jeez.
All jokes aside, all
But
jokes
yes,
aside, I do hope he plays like close to 82.
please.
It's been a while since
Please.
we got to see a good AD season. Um, so hopefully what he says is true and he plays a good long season. Because back when he was healthy, he was in conversations for defensive player of the year. That's kind of like the AD we need back. So
Indeed. So to answer your question in regards to the backup, yeah, I think it is I think Sharif Cooper is the backup technically. But then again, though, Keyshawn George, he's very versatile. So I mean, I don't know if they'll play him at the point, but like he's versatile enough. So you got pieces,
I I feel
for
like they
sure.
have a lot of pieces because the whole team is versatile because they didn't have set roles last season. Um, And I think maybe this was done on purpose on the Wizards that they didn't care for losing games, and they were just giving the ball to guys and putting them in different positions to kind of develop their skills and have them, be a jack of all trades in a sense. They can play multiple positions.
You got it. I think, and to add to your point, I think that's the time to do that. When you're not playing for nothing, when you're not playing for championships, and you've gotta experience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't just take the beating. You know what I mean? Like, get creative while you're taking the beating. You know what I mean? And then you might get out of the beating. You know, to get an AJ DeBanster. So it's like, you know what I mean? I think I don't know. It's crazy, and I mean, I hope. Well, no, I'll say I hope. I hope this is probably the last time we're hearing of the Wizards being in these conversations because they've been bad, for a very long time since John Wall left. You know what I mean? And they really haven't. It's just been bad. I mean, that's just the way to put it. I mean, they've just been bad. So now you've got, Trey Young. You've got Anthony Davis. Like, I think, you've got some pieces. You got some young talent, Trey Johnson, Alex Sarr. You know, I mean, I think there is some room for Trey Man to get some minutes for sure off that bench, but I mean, it's gonna be tough. They have a lot of young guards like on that team. They drafted the dude from Florida State last year. I mean, Bub Carrington, like I said, Keyshawn George. So I mean, you've got options. That's the good part, though. I mean, if you're a GM, you did your job. Coach, it's on you. I mean, I gave you all the talent. I gave you all your talent options. Now it's up to you, coach, to the coaching staff to kind of put it all
Yeah,
together.
yeah, I agree with you. So let's see if they can put it together this season. No,
Yeah, I hope Trey Man could find some footing though. I hope he's able to get. He's too talented. Like, he's just way
yeah, I
too
shouldn't have
talented.
traded him.
I'm sure you could. Ah, I don't know. You could say the same thing about like Wiggins or Isaiah
Luke
Joe.
Dort.
I think it just had to happen. I think just with the contracts,
Yeah,
like
40
I
million to
think
check.
Yeah, Sam Presti, he thinks like 2 years ahead, like 2 3
Middle
years
school,
ahead. That Trey Young,
middle schoolers.
mm-hmm, low key. Oh, you're right. Yeah, maybe 20 years ahead. Because like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like at a hospital right now, just looking at babies being delivered to like see like which ones are bow legged. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Just imagine a woman giving birth, and then there's Sam Presti.
Just writing notes.
Already knows. All right, dad is 6'7", mom is 6'5". He could probably put the a guard position.
Any basketball experience? Any basketball experience between the two of you? Like,
Telling
it's
you,
crazy. But nah, but yeah, that was a tough trade. I mean, nah, you can't keep them all. I mean, you know that. I mean, you just can't keep them all.
feel like that.
But yeah, I think so. Cavs.
Back
Oh
to
yeah,
the
so we got
Clippers.
Cavs. Yes,
Clippers got
Struce.
Struce.
Yeah,
They didn't give up anything. They just came in there and we'll take it. I think they gave up, well, maybe a
yeah.
second, maybe. I think one of those seconds might be
I
theirs.
mean, I know they got the cap space for it.
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, hold on. Wait, do they? I think they do. Yeah, they do. They should have the cap space.
They're kind of
Why is it saying? Oh,
they're
my
kind
bad.
of
What?
full on that guard spot now, I feel like the Clippers. Um but I think they have the rights to, I wonder what's gonna happen because they have the rights to Benedict Mathurin and he still hasn't signed yet. And with all the amount of guards that they have on that squad now, I wonder what's gonna happen. I think the Clippers were also trying to get Payton Watson and they lost out to the Cavs. So I think they ended up
Yeah.
deciding to take Mass Struess, the consolidation victory or something.
No, I kept seeing reports. Like, I thought that was a done deal. Like, I thought that was like a for sure thing. Um, I guess maybe, yeah. I don't think this cap space is accurate because Kawhi's still on the team. But I mean, yeah, I think they would definitely still have some room. Yeah, I'm curious about that Benedict Mathurin situation. I wonder if that's gonna get handled. Or I wonder if just maybe they believe that much in Keaton Wagler, like, you know what I mean, to kind of play that off guard spot. I wonder if they just kind of just want to give him just the opportunity to go,
Yeah.
right? You know,
The Clippers are an interesting team because, like you were mentioning, Kawhi. They still haven't officially announced the trade going through yet. Um, so it's
what's
crazy
happening?
that they get Max Shoes before the Kawhi Leonard trade even goes through. It's kind of crazy how everything works. So they're still in that thing where you kind of don't know how that team's gonna look at the start of the season and everything going on. So, but at least they're making moves.
Right. Yeah. No, indeed. But yeah, no, I think yeah, I think they're making moves. I'm curious to see, what they do with that Matherin situation. All right, Cleveland though. To go back to Cleveland, um,
Just stay on Cleveland.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, let's just talk about Cleveland. Great starting five. You made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, what's the expectation you think with Cleveland?
Listen,
Because you make it to
the
the
Cavs need to win. Okay, cause they need
now.
to win now, now, now. Okay, go ahead.
Do they need to win statistically, or do they need to score more points than
They
the
need
other
to
team?
score more points than the other team. They need to
Okay.
raise the physical trophy and not the statistical trophy at the end of the season. Because you realize James Harden,
Did you say statistical
that's the
trophy?
trophy they were raising this season. It's statistically we won the series. Okay, it's like winning a participation trophy. Great job.
Statistical trophy is
Clear.
hilarious. All right, my bad. Go ahead. All right,
Um, but they need to win because they gave James Harden 3 years, 3-year contract. He's getting paid $30 million. James Harden by the start of the season is going to be 37. So by the end of this contract, James Harden will be 39 years old. Think about that. A 39-year-old James Harden.
James Harden really about to be 40? We
And,
getting
and,
up
and
there.
that and that's the issue. You're holding $30 million into a 37-year-old, right? 37, 38, 39-year-old. You have a max in Mitchell, and you have a max in Evan Mobley. So there's a lot of money tied up there. A lot of money. So it's make it or break it. Because what are you gonna do? Give another max to Evan? I think his contract might be close to up. Evan Mobley. So you're gonna give him another max? How you gonna navigate the waters to if you don't make it this season? How are you gonna get better when you have zero cap space and you're at the second apron where you really can't make any?
I think they got Mobley for a little minute. But I love your point though, because it makes me think as well. This makes me take it to I might take it to a different level, but like it is interesting to kind of put that much capital into these three players. Well, you can even throw Allen in there. I mean, 28 mil. 28 mil is a lot of money too,
22
right?
mil, a lot of money.
Um, yeah, with Watson, I mean, 22 mil as well. So that's starting lineup. I mean, what, 100? I don't know, quick math, 100, 130.
That's the whole salary cap right there.
That's 170. That's like 170
That's the whole
mil
cap.
minimum. Dang, starting five. So it's like, and what's interesting too about that, right? And I'm probably gonna keep bringing up this New York Knicks series, right? And maybe I gotta go back and watch it because I really want to see like what was needed from them. Of course, they had to play better, of course, right? From on the offensive end, specifically Harden, right? But it's like, will those like what maybe we like think about like what the improvements that need to be made in terms of why they lost, and like are those improvements doable for next season? Like, can they be implemented this off season? You know what I mean? Because I mean, like you said, James Harden's almost 40, right? Like he's pretty much on his way out. I mean, unless he wants to play at 50, I don't know. But I mean, he's probably on his way out of the league, right? So it's like, do they really have like? And I'm not saying that he doesn't work hard. I'm not saying that he doesn't care about basketball. Like I'm just saying, just in terms, you're 37, right? He came into the league at what, maybe 20? You know what I mean? Something like that. He's accomplished a lot in the league, right? But then you gotta. It makes me think of the question like, does he have the motivation to want to get better? And it may not even be his fault. It's just that he's 37 years old and he's pretty much accomplished everything except the championship in the league. So it's like, yes, I may have played bad last year, but like, do I really need to? And not just and like, do I really need to be better? Like, who are you to tell me be better? I mean, he could, improve from last year, but it's like, is the motivation at the all time high to be better? Like, you know what I mean? You're 37. Like, you've accomplished everything. You've averaged 30 in the league. Like, you've had stretches of 50, 60-point games. Like, I mean, you've done it all. And that made me think of your point of like investing that much capital into him at that age. I didn't even think about his age. Like, I'm glad you brought up his age, like 37. Like, that's up there. So it's like, you wonder if what's needed to improve, will that happen? But then also, like, I mean, does he even have to have the motivation to improve? Because he's just accomplished so much.
Listen, does he have the motivation to improve? No.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
he has motivation to do good, to bring the team to the championship, because that's what he's chasing, the championship. Now, statistically, the Cavs' favorite thing, statistics. Statistically, a player, once they hit 35, they start going on the decline. Statistics. There's
Fair,
some outliers.
fair.
Like LeBron's a freak. That's the complete outlier playing like
My bad.
he's the
Come on,
outlier
bro.
because he's
Ignore it. Ignore it.
42 playing at an elite level still. But generally, most people at 35 start declining. Some even sooner than 35. So to expect James Harden to start the season at an age of 37 and get better is asking him to try to navigate to the level of a LeBron, which is
That's what I'm
it's
getting at.
kind of crazy to ask them. So
Yeah.
that's another reason why it's a make it or break it season, because statistically he's only gonna get worse because of age.
Right. And that's where I'm getting at. It's just and like you said, like, it's not saying that he doesn't work hard or nothing. It's just like, he's up there, and it's like, do you really have the motivation to like wanna like be great? Even though, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you've done everything. Like, you're probably like, your body has been through like, you've put your body through a lot to play however many, 17 or so years in the league. Like, your body goes through a lot. So it's like, you know what I mean? Do you have to be that? Like, do you have it in you to kind of want to be that at 37 years old? I mean, like you said, LeBron's definitely an outlier, but it just makes me wonder for sure. But yeah, nah, I think it's definitely. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, I wanted to look at Jared Allen. Oh, now, I mean, to be fair, right? Because I mean, the salary cap does seem to go up every year, right? I mean, right? So now this core can stay together. Well, not stay together, but this core is under contract up until 2029, the end of the
Damn.
2029 season. So that gives them 3 seasons, right? So, and by core, I mean James Harden, Peyton Watson, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, and Jared Allen. Because I thought Jared Allen's contract was up, but I guess his contract, he has 2 more years after this year. So, I mean, they have until 2029 to get it together. Now, I mean, depending on what that salary cap is gonna be. I mean, their salaries are increasing as well because Donovan Mitchell, I believe his 60 mil does kick in next year, so that's 10 mil off the cap right there. So it's like, I mean, will they still be able to keep them together? I don't know. Like you said, I think that's a statement. I think you said it. You said it the best. I mean, you got to do it this year.
Um, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
they could be up till 2029, but like I said, James Harden's only going to go down, so it's make it or break it this season, in my opinion. Unless
Not for
James
sure.
Harden goes crazy.
I mean,
Now that makes me think.
keep going,
We're
keep going.
talking about how the Cavs have this terrible like salary cap issue, right? And how are they gonna
Right.
navigate that? And we could go ahead and look over at the Nuggets, who have a terrible cap situation because they're hard cap at that second
Mm-hmm.
apron. They can't do anything. They lost a young player with potential, Peyton Watson, and they got nothing back. And they're just running back basically the same team who underachieved last season, running it back minus Peyton Watson, and they can't do absolutely anything to that team. So you could kind of look at the Nuggets being unsuccessful and think about, could the Cavs be heading in that same direction because of that second April?
Good question.
Because it's the Nuggets have gotten worse. They haven't done nothing
But the
this
thing is, yeah, thing is though, they got a championship though. Now, now, how long does that championship last? I don't know. Like, could this be another Giannis
That's
situation?
that's what I was gonna
Right?
say. They have a championship, but that didn't stop Giannis from leaving the Bucks. It might not stop Jokic from leaving the Nuggets.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, but the thing is though, I mean, let's think about it though. Like with Jokic and Giannis, and this is just off of. I mean, we don't know them personally, but like, um, just what we see from the media. Like Giannis, I mean, I don't know. Like Jokic, he doesn't seem to really. Not to say he don't care about basketball, but like
He
I
cares
don't
more about
know.
the horse racing
It just
than the basketball.
yeah, like you see, like you know what I mean. Like he seems to like he like not to say he love like I'm sure he loves basketball as great as he is, but like I mean he seems like he could just I mean he'll just do what he has to do. You know, and like stick it out. Like he seems like the type to stick it. Like he doesn't seem like the type to request a trade. Like you mean like you know what I mean. I mean, but then again, Giannis' situation may have been different. I mean, it may have been time. I don't know. I'm just trying to picture a world where I mean, I guess you could have said the same thing for Giannis a couple of years ago, but like I'm trying to like I mean that's fair because I'm trying to see like it's kind of hard painting a world where Jokic like requests a trade
We said the same thing about
from
Giannis.
Denver.
That's what I'm saying. So
Exactly.
you never know.
Yeah.
And seeing how bad their situation is right now, and they've ever since that championship season, I don't think the Nuggets have been anywhere close to that team. Um, Throughout the season, they, in my opinion, have gotten worse and worse little by little since they won that championship. So how long is Jokic gonna stand for that? Given again, we thought the same thing for Giannis that he wasn't gonna leave the Bucks, and now he's in Miami.
I don't even remember why they fired Mike Malone. I'm trying to even
Wasn't it
remember.
like locker room issues or something?
Maybe I don't know. Had to be something. But yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. I guess the Cavs and the Nuggets are in similar positions. Um, I mean, I guess from a I'm curious though. While I have the Nuggets pulled up though, yeah. I mean, I guess the Nuggets. I guess their core is kind of solidified. Um, well, I don't think it. Not really actually, because well, Jokic, Murray, and Gordon are there if the team well, except no. So no Jokic and Murray. are Jokic, Murray, and Gordon are, I guess Braun is a part of that core too. They're all there until 2028. Where the problem is going to lie when, so I think this is probably a year to watch. Oh, because Jokic is a free agent after the 2028 season. So, I mean, that might be something to watch because he's an unrestricted free agent after 2028. So, we'll see. Nuggets. I mean, we'll see because I mean it's gonna be because I mean think about it, right? I mean let's just, I mean let's just talk about it while we're here. Like OKC, San Antonio. I mean they just came off of finals, right? Um, and I mean they got better. Who they Tobias Harris. I mean, and you get Tobias Harris, and you pretty much keep your same team. Like what? So like them. Uh, dang it. What Minnesota probably? Yeah, Lamelo and Ant. Um, trying to think. Who else? I don't know. Well, this could be a hot take. I mean, I don't know. You maybe what? Portland? Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised. Like, I don't know, and I don't know if nobody. I don't know if we're not supposed to be talking about Portland. Like, is that the final backcourt? James and Ja? I mean, Dame and Ja? Is
Yeah,
that
I
like the?
guess. I don't know. I don't question it. I just keep it pushing.
How's that gonna work? How we'll see. That's the coach's job. So like Portland. I mean, I don't know. Is Portland a solidified playoff team? I mean, I
Playing,
don't know. All right, so I'll leave if they're not. Oh,
playing maybe.
Robin. Okay, so they're not solidified. So I mean, you've got these three teams. Dang, I feel like I'm missing like an
Let me
obvious
let,
one. I'm
let me
just
pull
not
up
saying it.
ESPN.
Right. Um,
The Warriors, if they decide to
Portland.
do anything,
Mm,
big.
I
That
don't
that's
know.
big iffy. Um, all right,
Yeah.
conference.
Um,
What? The
the
Lakers, the
Rockets.
Rockets.
So Lakers and Rockets are for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, so that's five teams. So we're at five teams right now.
Um,
Um,
I think the
so
Reds
we've got
falls into it being. I feel like Portland, Golden State are probably a playing team. Then you have Phoenix and Clippers.
I think Phoenix gets in there. I think Phoenix is a playoff team. I think Phoenix may do enough to avoid the play-in. I think so.
Denver, Utah. I think is trying to win this season. Um, so not saying they're gonna solidify the playoff, but they'll try to be competitive.
So I was trying to win this season is crazy.
How's that crazy? We all know they were tanking
That's
last.
hilarious.
So yeah,
So what? Yeah, I mean Utah. I'm trying to think. Utah, Keontae George, Laurie Markkinen, Ace Bailey. Am I tripping? Am I missing somebody? Oh, Darren
okay.
Peterson. Okay, so Keontae George, Darren Peterson, Markkinen. Oh, I guess you got Filipowski and Nurkic.
Jaren
Okay.
Jackson
Jaren Jackson Jr. Mm-hmm.
playing, playing.
Yeah.
No offense to you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, that team, I mean, defensively, they could do some things. I think. Well, actually, no, I don't. Well, I was. Well, yeah. I mean, Walker Kessler's not on there. I'm thinking like Jaren Jackson, Walker Kessler, but I mean, I
Or
don't
Kessler.
know. I think. Yeah, I was thinking like Jaren Jackson and Walker Kessler. If Kessler was still on
Oh,
the team, yeah, I think like that would have been like a interesting front court. But yeah, Utah could make some noise. I like their coach too, Will Hardy. I like their coach. He's a good coach. So yeah, they could. It's a lot of iffies. I mean, like Portland, I mean Clippers, Utah, Golden State. Like, I mean, you said Utah's a playoff team, so I guess we could throw Utah. I mean, in that top six, I guess.
that playing.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, playing. Yeah, so yeah, Utah's in that mix as well. So I mean, it's tough. Um, you know.
So I guess we'll see. The point is Denver got to make some moves. They've done absolutely nothing. I think
Oh,
that general manager needs to wake up and do something. I don't know if maybe
What do they have
I don't
left to
know if
do?
maybe he's another Pat Riley where he falls asleep. Um, but Pat Riley woke up this season. Denver needs to do the same thing.
That's hilarious. Um, I've seen our article on Yahoo. DeMar DeRozan. You like DeMar DeRozan to Denver?
Um, what does he fix? What does he do for Denver?
Scoring. Now, I mean, defense. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, and that's the interesting piece because, like, I mean, of course he's
Defense.
athletic enough to play
I
defense.
think defense is a big issue that Denver has because the only defender they really have is Aaron Gordon. Um, so
Hmm.
then you bring DeMar DeRozan, and now you're asking Aaron Gordon to even quadruple down on having to guard people. So DeRozan's probably not the best defender.
He's 30, and DeMar DeRozan is
There you
37 as
go.
well, too.
And I
So
mean, is DeRozan going to take a minimum? Can they sign
that's another
DeRozan for a
piece too.
minimum? Because aren't they hard cap?
Was wasn't he waived or bought out, or was he bought out? DeMar DeRozan.
Bought out. But I'm saying that I don't think
Okay.
that I think Denver's hard cap. Like they're hard cap at that second apron, and that's thanks to OKC and that offer sheet. Um, so I don't know what they can maneuver to sign anybody else unless they trade people.
Yeah, who was that? Spencer. That was Spencer Jones, I
Yeah,
think, right? That was a nasty move.
yeah,
Shout out to my GM, man. But yeah, nah, I mean, it'll be interesting.
yeah,
Um, for sure. See where he goes, where Kaminga goes. D'Angelo Russ. Oh no, D'Lo's and I keep saying D'Angelo Russell. He's in Memphis. But yeah, Kaminga and DeRozan. We'll see what they do. Um, but yeah, congrats to Cleveland. You've got a good piece, Payton Watson. A potential 3 and D star. That's still moldable, right? I mean, he's only in his fourth season, so you know he still can improve, and I think he will. And I think he's not, and I think it's good to not have pressure. To have to be the guy. You know what I mean? You get, and I think he's in. I mean, it's a great for him though, because he's in a position like to where you got this deal, but like I don't, I don't think the expectations is kind of like you got this deal because like you did what you did last year, but like there's still a little more you can add to that. So it's like, you know what I mean? I think that's a great position to be in, not to, like pressure in terms of like I think of Lance Stevenson's deal with Charlotte. He got that big deal after his performance with Indiana, against the Heat. Got that big 3 year, I think it was like a 3 year deal or 4 year deal in Charlotte. It was like a big deal, but I think the expectations were like for him to be like this 20-point scorer, like this like super extraordinary guy. But like I mean, I think he was just a really good role player, and a really good like he had certain roles. So I think that kind of for Payton Watson to not necessarily have to be in that type of situation, I think is good. Just because you have Harden, you have Donovan Mitchell, you have Evan Mobley, so you've got guys, that are kind of established. So that's a great position to be
yep.
in.
You set it up.
Trey Man, give him some minutes. Come on, Washington, give him some minutes. All right.
Yes, sir.
Um, but yeah, you got anything else? Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, support the pod in as many free ways as possible. Turn on post notifications, like the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. We out.